a $629,000 townhouse with a 3.69% interest rate, producing a monthly payment of $2,850 plus taxes. Do you think it's going to get better than that?
No.
I don't either.
No.
Show me a 55-year-old couple who are in some sort of financial trouble, who own a home, and chances are I will show you a solution. And then in comparison, show me a 55-year-old couple who rents their home that's in a financial burden of some sort of situation.
Nothing you can do for them.
They'll be facing bankruptcy or proposal.
Nothing you can do for them.
Right. Best place to buy in Simcoe County, you're going to tell me, I know you are, is still big. So here we are moving into the end of 2025.
Hallelujah.
You remember what was supposed to be the recovery year?
This was going to be the year now.
The one that fixed everything.
Everything.
We built up to this.
Perfect.
I remember like a lot of the real estate investment channels that I follow were like, just hang on till 2025.
Oh, I've been telling my realtors the same thing. Just hang on.
Just hang on.
Oh,
now,
I know.
most of the real estate investors that we see that come across our plate have what would today be like a high loan to value mortgage, right? The value's gone down. Real estate investors, and like you and I are some of these people, like we're real estate investors by nature, but others will consistently pull the equity out of their home, right, to invest in other real estate. When the market drops, and those mortgages come up for renewal, it's like, hey, you got to renew. So what was going to be a year of recovery in 2025 wasn't. Now, talking about mortgages, of course, we can start there. Rates are good. Rates are good compared to the last few years.
Absolutely.
So I
lowest they've been.
I pause myself when I say good, because consumers still remember 1 and 2s.
Yeah, but
they should remember is the 5 and 6s.
5 and 6. 5 was normal.
We were like
we were running housing markets at 5.
If someone was buying a home or their mortgage was coming up for renewal in like 2023, you were getting a mortgage with a 5 in front of it. No question. 3-year fixed rate, like 5.74.
2019, we were 4.5.
Well, we had a good run of like 2.99 for a long time, right? Leading right up until the pandemic. 2010 to 2020, generally rates sort of like floated in between 3 and 4%, like somewhere in there. We're back there, which is good. 3-year rates are now once again lower than 5-year rates, which is good, because everybody sort of knows that rates are good, but they always ask, like, are they going to get better? Like, if I take 3.99 right now, will it be lower next year? Probably. And
you know why they ask that?
Yeah.
Because there's a direct correlation between low rates and high prices. So that's why they ask that.
Yeah.
Because in really what they're asking is housing market going to be better in a few years?
Well, that is a whole, that's on everybody's brain. I can't wait to pick your brain about this. Okay. So when we talk about rates, almost everyone is taking a 3-year fixed rate.
Okay.
Almost everyone. The only people that are taking 5-year fixed rates are the people that are like, maybe they were affected by a variable or adjustable rate going up, post-COVID, post-pandemic.
Oh, a lot of people have that hangover.
Yeah. If they know it's the forever home, maybe they're starting a family, they're going to have some kids, and they just don't want it on their mind. Those people.
I always took a 5.
Yeah.
Always.
I mean, it was
I always played it safe, though.
It was the cookie cutter mortgage term in Canada forever, right? Like forever. 3-year terms, I mean, they were like really unpopular. Not even unpopular, but it's just like, people didn't ask for them. Now it's that. But here's the interesting thing. People come into the office and they all ask about the variable rate. Variable rate inquiries skyrocketed. Now, currently...
But they're asking. Are they taking them?
No, this is where I'm getting to. So fixed rate and variable rates are currently basically at the same level.
Yeah.
You can get one for the same price as the other. Historically, a variable rate will be 1% less than the fixed rate. Hey, Peggy, I can get you 3.7 fixed, 2.7 variable. Oh, let me talk to Doug. I like that 2.7. Right now, they're even. And the only reason why someone would take a variable rate is because they believe
they're coming down.
That they're going to come down. And they're going to come down enough to make it worthwhile. 1 cut? Nah. 2 cuts? Maybe. They believe there's 2 or more coming. Yeah. I mean, that's the only reason they would take it, right? Sure. Otherwise, I'll take the 3-year. Now, a good strategy is you could take the variable, wait for it to come down. And then also wait in the meantime for fixed rates to come down. And when they do, lock into the fixed rate.
But here's my problem, Nick. We don't have any control over any of this.
Yeah.
And neither does Bob, Sam, Fred, Alice. Nobody has any control over this. So for me to speculate and say, well, I know rates are coming down.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I do, but maybe I don't.
I mean, yeah, it's like the reason why more people don't take the variable and wait it out and watch the market and listen to the radio and wait for rates to come down and then lock in. They're done with it. They are done with it. Am I getting a great deal? Yes. Is the payment affordable? Yes. 3 years seems to be the best happy medium.
At the end of the day, I think it all comes down to what's it going to cost me to keep this roof over my head? Yeah. That's what's changed about the housing market. It used to be all, what investment could this be? How could this look? It's not that anymore. Investors, I don't know where they are because they're not in the housing market right now.
Yeah.
But regular people aren't looking at their homes as their investments right now. What they're looking to find is, how much is it going to cost me to keep this roof over my head? And is it better to rent this roof over my head, or can I afford the payments to make on this mortgage?
Yeah.
So that's all it comes down to right now, is what is it going to cost me for shelter? Because that's how realistic people are looking at this housing market. They're not looking, oh, maybe, I'll keep it for 3 and then, something better will come along, or we might be moving. Nobody's thinking that way right now. They're just looking for safety.
Yeah. Remember the people that would say, like, I'll squeeze into this home because I know, like, we'll make $200,000 in the next 10 years.
No guarantees of that.
Nope.
And in a way, this reality check, we had it coming because we had 20 years of, party. So this reality check was long overdue.
When you look at real estate investors, remember there's like the 3 ways to make money in real estate, in investment, and in generally in all real estate, which is appreciation, the principal paid down on a mortgage, and cash flow.
Yep.
And if you look at real estate investors specifically right now, you can increase rent as of January 1st by 2%. That's down from last year. It was 2.5% last year, right? So you can only marginally increase rent.
Yeah,
rates have gone up. If you've owned the home for 5 years, you're renewing at a higher rate.
Correct.
Your cash flow is going to be
smaller,
squashed.
Yeah.
Because your interest rate's going up, the amount of principal and interest that you're going to pay on that mortgage,
and that's a problem.
Right. So now you're going to be 60% interest instead of 60% principal. Let's just say
that's why the investors are
now
gone.
It's not paying down.
No.
And now the third piece, the appreciation, is affected as well. Real estate investors would buy, fix, flip, refinance, renovate, rent, repeat, that whole model, right?
I think the best thing that could have happened to this housing market is we would have had a correction 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because then people wouldn't have been so eager to jump on the party train in 2022.
Well, that's interesting because of the pandemic, right? So like, what freight train was coming at us before the pandemic came? We don't know.
No idea.
I mean, here we are now.
But we're still suffering the COVID problem. We're like still daily. Suffering.
Yeah, daily.
Because if COVID never came, these increases would have never come.
Yeah.
And we would have had a steady market. We probably could have stretched it another 20 years without having a problem. But because COVID came, rates came down.
Yeah.
Emergency here and emergency there.
And then they went up.
Yeah. But the problem is, during that time, house prices were going up.
When you think about it, like, it's not that long ago. Prime rate was over 7%. So if you had a home equity line of credit, you were arguably high 7s or into the 8s.
Yep.
And if you were, let's say you just wanted a home equity line of credit on your home, you're like, I'm going to sell, I want it open, or I like that it's just interest only, or I'm using some of that equity right now because I'm not working as much, whatever, right? If you had a home equity line of credit, it was over 7%. You still had to stress test that. We were stress testing the +2, right, for qualification.
Yeah.
We were stress testing those products at close to 10%. It's wild.
It is wild.
Talk about affordability issues, right? So,
but I think the biggest problem, even right now, is price. It's price. In the rates are not horrible. We've had higher rates. Everybody remembers them.
Yeah.
And we had higher rates for a long time. But when we had home prices double through COVID, no matter, even if they've gone down, initially they went down 30% from the peak.
The height, yeah.
But we've never given up all those hikes. Like we've never given up 30%.
No, and when you were saying like people don't look at their homes as an investment anymore, you know who does, and I know you're going to agree with this. Seniors.
Yeah.
Seniors who are expecting to sell their home and retire.
Yep.
Right. So like I have family
hanging in.
They're hanging in.
They're hanging in
because they lost $300,000 or $400,000 in some cases, $200,000-$300,000 of their retirement money. Yep. They wanted to sell their home, downsize, be free and clear, or sell their home, go rent somewhere, live on their home equity that they worked so hard for over the last 20, 30 years, whatever it is. But now that home equity has been cut in half, it's been cut by a third, and the retirement plans are now delayed.
And different.
Totally different.
And different. But, like we are not promised a recovery.
No.
And eventually there will be a recovery. Eventually things will get better. But we don't know when that is. And I'm kind of tired of people telling us exactly when that's going to be. Like you have all these economists that are like, well, okay, now it's not 2026, it's in 2027. We don't know that.
Yeah.
We have no idea what's coming at us.
The theme in the real estate
we have no idea.
Yeah. The theme in the real estate investment community now is if you have a rental property that's losing money, you sell it now. For the last 3 years, it's like, hang on, it'll come back. Right? I don't want to say goodbye to my equity because I had $200,000 or $300,000.
But the problem is,
yeah,
you have an investment property right now. You're upside down on it. You're not making enough rent to justify the payments. But guess what? Nobody wants to touch an investment property right now. There's no buyers for it.
Okay, so let's dig into that. If I have a townhouse, South Barrie, and it's vacant, and I'm ready to sell it, it's pretty. It's freshly painted.
Great.
I have a good chance
of selling it. Okay, same property.
Tenanted.
Put your tenants in it. Yeah. And then what? You want me to sell that? Nobody's touching it.
Nobody's touching
Nobody
it, right?
wants your tenants. Nobody wants someone else's problems.
No.
No one.
Yeah.
No one wants to buy a tenanted home. No.
Even if they're great tenants. Like there's nothing wrong with
there's tons of great tenants.
But it's not going to show.
I've seen better tenants than owners.
Yeah. Yeah.
They keep the place very nice.
Yeah. But
it has
it's
nothing
not going
to
show
do with
like
that.
a vacant house.
No.
That has freshly painted walls and is ready for somebody to move in.
It isn't even about that, Nick. What it's about is the year-long wait to do anything at the tribunal. So if you want to get it, so you buy a property that's tenanted, you serve all the proper notices, you want to move in there yourself. Well, maybe. Yeah. If the tenants find something else, maybe they'll leave.
Chances are you're making a deal with that tenant to leave.
100%. You can't guarantee somebody vacant possession when you have a tenant. You can't.
Yeah. No.
Because the lines are so long, and when will your case get heard? And it doesn't matter whether you did it all properly or not. At the end of the day, they're in that house.
It's a good segue to move into the cost of home ownership versus rent in this market. So I ran some numbers for your team yesterday, actually, on a $600,000 townhome, $629,000. Monthly payment with a minimum down payment, CMHC insured mortgage, 30-year amortization, assuming it's a first-time home buyer, and a good rate, like really good rate, 3.7, 3.69%, 3-year fixed.
Take it.
$2,850 a month plus taxes.
That's good.
It's good. $3,200 a month. Nice townhouse, good area, like we'll call it like Holgate or Hawthorne or one of those good streets.
You're buying in a down market. You eventually will see equity gain in that.
We just don't know when, to your earlier point, right?
No.
So,
and that's why a lot of times like these conversations were very difficult. Initially, when this market first turned, we were all under the assumption that it would be a year or two and things would bounce back. So we, when our clients said, I think I want to wait. And I would be like, okay. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that because I don't know that it's not going to be better in a year.
Okay.
The year came and it's not better. It's actually worse. It's worse than it was in 2024. It's worse than it was in 2023.
Okay, but I have one for you. Okay.
All right.
So when we talk about the cost of rent versus the cost of ownership, you might be waiting a long time for appreciation. Okay. But a $629,000 townhouse with a 3.69% interest rate, producing a monthly payment of $2,850 plus taxes. Do you think it's going to get better than that?
No.
I don't either.
No.
The rates aren't going to go that much lower.
But the prices will go up eventually.
You see what I'm saying?
No, that's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
Take that
if you're a first-time home buyer, you should be buying right now.
Good luck if you're going to find a better market to buy in.
No,
because people will negotiate with you in this market.
I don't argue that same townhouse could be rented for like $2,600 or $2,700.
No, I don't either. Maybe $25 if you got lucky.
Yeah.
But so what?
So you're $500 or $600 a month. You're $6,000 a year more than rent.
But people need to start thinking about their future. And it's not about what I can do today. It's what I'm building, right? So if you can afford that $3,000 or $3,100, you should be buying that place.
No question.
Because eventually it will go up. And the thing is, everybody looks at you different when you're a homeowner as opposed to a renter. Like you get better rates. The bank takes you more seriously.
Well, I mean, we've talked about this before. Like, show me a 55-year-old couple who are in some sort of financial trouble, who own a home, and chances are I will show you a solution. And then in comparison, show me a 55-year-old couple who rents their home that's in a financial burden of some sort of situation.
Nothing you can do for them.
They'll be facing bankruptcy or proposal.
Nothing you can do for them.
Right. So the person that owns the home, provided they have home equity, which they probably do, they can leverage the home equity, get themselves out of that trouble, whatever that trouble is. Job loss, sickness, illness, sending kids to school, like whatever this is, right? Or maybe they're just in debt. The couple that does not own a home that rents, has no home equity to leverage, they have no safety net. Yeah. We see that time and time again. So most of the activity that we're seeing at our company right now is first-time home buyers. They're talking, they're opening conversations, they want to have meetings, they're going out to open houses, they're seeing what's available, they're talking to realtors, they're getting advice.
And they're excited about it.
It's so good to see. Yeah. Is that what you're seeing as well right
100%.
now?
100%. Yeah. And the reason we got in this mess to begin with was because we pretty much slammed the door on first-time home buyers.
They couldn't buy.
At our prices with 5% interest, like they were paying $5,000 to put shelter over them. Not going to happen.
Well, okay, so let's go back to that. So there's a couple things there. One, first-time home buyers probably couldn't go to open houses. Like when my wife and I were looking to buy our first home, I remember it was a journey, right? Grab a coffee, get in the car, let's go drive around, see neighborhoods. We have no kids. Super exciting. The last, COVID times, let's say, okay, the pandemic, there was no open houses.
No.
You want to see the house? Wait in line. There's a lineup for offers. You have a showing at 2 p.m. There's already 4 registered offers. Sorry,
And if you got to see more than a couple of houses.
Yeah, and no conditions.
Supply was very, very, very small.
No time to think about it.
No
home inspection. No financing.
And no
condition.
Variety. There was no variety. You want this one or you want that one. Like
it's a great point.
It took a lot of the fun out of selling homes during COVID. It really did.
And how about this? Do you ever think you could have found a fully detached home in Barrie for $700,000?
No. And I look at the prices now, and I'm boggled by the prices.
Totally.
Like it's mind-boggling how at what people are getting. But you know what? Unfortunately, is still really high. Stubborn sellers that believe. They will get what their neighbor got in 2022 someday, and they will wait for that. And I don't blame them. Yeah. Like if I saw my neighbor get $1.5 million and you're telling me I can only get $1 million, I would be upset. I get that all day long. But here's the thing. We don't know when this correction's over.
But it's not just sellers.
We don't know.
Like we help people with renewals and refinancing all the time. I was just telling you a story. Client, I said, how much is your home worth? She said $800,000. We appraised the home, came in at like $650,000, and I had to deliver the bad news to the client, and he said to me, "Well, it appraised at $800,000 in 2022." Okay, well,
market's down 30%.
Right. So that's not just a seller; that's just an everyday homeowner who says, "Well, I saw homes on my street sell for X,
and it wasn't that long ago."
Right, but for so long we were in an environment where homes went like this
up,
right? They sold for $775, mine's worth $8. They sold for $8, mine's worth $825. Now it goes the other way, right?
And the problem is, and I've said this before, like most sellers have not seen a down market. Most realtors haven't seen a down market. It is not the same market that you're used to. This is a very different market. And a lot of times you also hear the comments about, well, why should I even use a realtor? Why pay that? Why I'll just lower my price 5%. I'll sell it myself. Well, really? To who? Because we have so many homes for sale. How are you going to get the eyes on your home that I'm going to afford you?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to put out all this money out in marketing. I'm going to make sure the house presents at its best. I'm going to negotiate. Who's going to do all that for you? Your lawyer? Your lawyer closes Friday at 4. And please don't call after that. And if you had a buyer on a Friday afternoon, you're not going to get an answer back from your lawyer till Monday. By then, your buyer's probably gone.
Yeah.
The buyers are finicky. Like, that's why.
It's not a time to.
It isn't a time. There was a time when you could have sold your home by yourself. There was.
Yeah.
In 2022, you could have put a
for sale
sign
by owner
on your lawn, and you probably would have had a lineup of people wanting to commit. Would you have gotten top dollar? I still don't believe you would have got top dollar.
I don't believe so either.
But again, if you believe that, that's fine. But you probably could have. You probably could have taken an agreement, taken it to your lawyer, and be done with it.
Yeah.
You could have.
Yeah.
But you can't now.
No, you can't now.
You can't now.
And nor do you want to. Like,
No.
if I'm a buyer, I want to be like combing through the market, seeing what's available. I also want to know like what other things have sold for and what the negotiation room is as well, right?
Absolutely.
So like, could anybody, I couldn't tell you. I work sort of in the business as well. I couldn't tell you what the current purchase price to list price ratio is in Simcoe County right now. Meaning if we go to look at a $600,000 home, am I buying it for $550,000? Am I buying it for $570,000? Am I buying it for $580,000? Or is it going to be a $600,000 purchase on a $600,000 home because it's great? And I wouldn't know that.
And again, it all depends. If you've had a bunch of price drops, right? And they're not counted anymore. Yeah. You don't see that data. You don't see all those relists and cancellations. So
you do.
I do. That number is skewed again because if they should, what real data they should be showing people is what they're actually getting from the time they listed. Yeah. So say I listed at 7 and then I kept dropping and I'm finally at 580 and I got 550. Well, now your ratio looks different.
Totally.
But what did it look like when you first listed? Like those are the numbers.
And then they relist it.
Everything is skewed. And that's why days on market is not a real number because we cancel and relist listings all the time to freshen them up.
If I'm like a South Barrie Holly home and I'm priced good to market, how long do you think I should expect to be on the market these days?
At least 30 days. Yeah. At least.
Yeah. Before I see an offer. And in that 30 days, I'm probably going to have a conversation with my real estate agent about a price drop. Yeah. Open houses. Like, can you imagine the days when people didn't even have to like leave their home on a Saturday?
No, there's just no guarantees right now. There's no guarantees that you're going to list your home in the right price and actually get it sold. There's no guarantees. No. The buyers are, there's buyers, but they're just so fussy and it isn't even them being fussy. It's their budget.
Well, what's interesting is like the sellers that I talk to, right? So they're looking to like get pre-approved for their next purchase. And they work slow because they know they can't buy until they sell. They can, but like if they want to really be competitive, the most competitive advantage they have is if they've already sold. Yeah. The world is their oyster at that point. Oh my gosh. 100%. Right? So they're getting prepared and they're getting pre-approved. I talk to them. How are things going? Nothing this week. Not even an inquiry.
I know.
And what I want to say to those people, because I know from speaking to you and your team, that's normal.
That's okay.
An entire week after you list your home.
That's okay.
If you hear nothing and get not one inquiry, that's okay.
That's okay.
Especially probably with Thanksgiving just last weekend.
Well, absolutely.
Right? So like, that's a normal thing now, but it hasn't changed in people's minds just yet. It's not a thing yet.
No.
Okay, so let's talk about the markets around Simcoe County.
Okay.
Best place to buy in Simcoe County, you're going to tell me, I know you are, is still Barrie. Barrie proper.
Yep.
Central Barrie.
Yep.
If you can buy a detached home, especially as a first-time home buyer, in Barrie, you buy it.
100%.
So can I get a detached home in Barrie for 7s?
Yep.
6s, no.
I'm not saying no.
6s, you'd be into a really nice townhouse.
No, You can still buy detached in the 6s in Barrie.
Wild.
Yeah. 5s, no.
Yeah.
5s, you're
Aurelia.
You're lucky if you get a detached home in Barrie in the 500s.
I can't even believe we're even saying that. It's wild.
I know, but they don't last long.
Yeah.
They sell pretty quickly.
You can go to Aurelia and get a detached home in the 5s.
Yep.
I've seen it.
Yep.
Midland Tiny Tay. This is interesting.
4.
4s. Can you believe that? I mean, you guys have one right now that has a 3 in front of it.
Yep.
Wild.
I know.
Wild.
But is it jumping off the shelves?
No, it's not. It is not. And it's in a nice area.
I know.
Down by the water, little cute cottage area, that sort of thing, right? Like it's just so interesting to me, you know.
I know.
Tell me about the condo market in Simcoe County.
It's about 8 months of inventory. So are there condos moving? Yes, absolutely. We move condos all the time.
Yeah.
But people, unfortunately, with condos, there's a lot of them that were built in the last few years, and people have paid prime time.
And they're smaller.
And they have a lot. The price tag they paid is more than what they're getting right now.
So we see that quite commonly as well.
Yeah.
And if somebody's mortgage is up for renewal, and you're in that situation, you're going to want to renew with your existing lender. They're just going to renew. They're just going to renew. You don't want to try and move right now. You don't want to try and refinance right now. You don't want to try and probably change institutions right now.
And the thing is, I truly believe with the condo market that their days will be back to where there's not enough supply because most builders have stopped.
Yeah, I sort of like have in my head still like the old traditional model. Like, the entire real estate market gets better. The baby boomers sell their homes. They're going to want to buy a condo. The condo market naturally, or smaller homes, condos, townhouses, naturally get sold. Right? And it's like the reverse.
The other reason is they kind of stopped being built first. Yeah. And there's really no projects I know of that are like fast and furious building right now.
I mean, I'm driving down Essa Road and I'm seeing signs for condos that are $299,000.
I know. Did you see that?
I did.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. Now they might be small.
They are. They come with a Murphy bed.
Well, there you go. Right.
But
there's a market
again,
for
shelter.
It. Yeah.
I want shelter.
Yeah. I wouldn't deter anybody from buying that.
If I want to buy some.
If you're renting a basement apartment right now, you're a young professional, young couple, and you're waiting to buy.
All day long.
Don't wait. Just buy that.
It's cheaper to buy that than to rent.
And think about this opportunity. Now, this might be controversial, okay? Because I'm telling people to invest in real estate in this market, but I believe in it. I believe in this. Go check out what the deposit structure is on those condos. I bet you it's affordable.
It is affordable.
So if you could put down $25,000 as a deposit or something, I don't know exactly what it is. I haven't looked at it. If you could put down $25,000 on a condo today at today's prices of $299, and then wait 18 to 24 months for that condo to be built.
Yep.
You're in a really good situation.
Really good situation.
Because we don't know when this appreciation is coming.
No.
But you're moving yourself out 18 to 24 months or whatever the closing date is. Like, you're getting closer to it. I can tell you that. I can't tell you when it's coming.
No.
But you're getting closer to it. So, what about the people that are selling and buying? You seeing a lot of that right now?
Yeah, and now that one at least makes sense.
That makes so much sense. But let's explain it to the people that are watching.
You're basically buying and selling in the same market. So you're not up any, you're not down any.
And so much to choose from.
For the first time,
yeah,
you actually have time to even conditional on the sale of your home. Like, people are taking those offers. People are taking conditionals on selling a home in multiple offer situations because we still see those. Crazy. We still see a lot of multiple offers, depending on the price point. Yeah. And they're usually in the smaller price points. However, there's so many buyers sitting on the fence, like waiting for people to keep dropping, that when something they've been looking at for months actually gets some attention and there's an offer on it, they want it.
When something comes up, it's rare that something great or exactly what they're looking for comes up. When it does, like you say, like we get those calls, right? Like 6 o'clock on a Thursday. Okay, one just came up. They're accepting offers tonight. What? Like, what is this? 2021, 2022?
I know.
But they're accepting offers and it goes over asking.
Yep.
And that's okay. Like, if it's a good home at a good value, there's still a market for that. That's great, right?
100%.
So I would just tell everybody right now, like, there's opportunity all around.
Yeah.
So there's opportunity in mortgage rates. They're they're decent. You know, they're good.
Yeah.
We're just below or just above 4%. Home prices, come on. It's great.
They are great.
Yeah. So
and people are still negotiating.
Yeah, and there's
even off those great prices.
Totally. So if you're a first-time home buyer, it's a great time. We explained why. If you're selling and buying, we explained that too.
Great market.
There's one category of people that might want to hold on, and I'm interested in knowing your opinion on this.
So I remember in January of 2022.
I remember this too.
I had a radio commercial going and saying, and I wholeheartedly meant it. And I said, like, if you are going to retire, like sell your house and rent. There's no stigma in renting. Like, please sell your house.
I think your radio ad said something like this. If you don't know what your plan is going to be after you sell your home, it doesn't matter.
No, take your money out.
Sell that home
Take your money out.
Exactly.
And then I got accused of ageism. Like, why are you speaking like that? Like, why are you? And I would have given the same advice to my own family.
Yeah, of course.
Like, if this is your last sale, get out now.
Think about it in retrospect. It was the right advice.
It was. But I knew it was.
Yeah.
Because I knew this market couldn't go any higher.
A little different now, though.
A little different. But now you understand why people would stay where they are for it and just kind of throw the dice, right?
So if you're not planning to purchase another home, you're looking to exit the market, you're a senior,
I'd be waiting.
You got to wait, right?
I'd be waiting.
Yeah. So first time home buyers, great opportunity. If you're looking to sell and buy, upgrade, downsize, that sort of thing, also great time. If you're looking to completely get out of the market,
I wouldn't get out in this market.
And I would say get some great advice.
Yeah.
Like, get some great advice.
Yeah.
What you think your home is worth is probably wrong in your head. You know, it could be lower. The market's changing daily.
Everything's changing daily.
Yeah.
The rates are changing daily.
That's right.
I usually, before I go on the news to do the broadcast, I'm like, Nick, what are the rates at?
Yeah.
Because they change.
But there's something that I love about this market, and I know you do too, and it's that people want advice.
They do.
They want to sit down and have coffee. And
finally, we're here. We're here. Yeah, no, people need advice. And I encourage anybody that's out trying to, get through this market, whether it's just refinancing or looking for a new mortgage or looking for a home, reach out to us because you need advice. And at least we can banter back and forth. Yeah. It'll clear this murky picture.
Totally will.